This conference will now be recorded.
Some internet issue with the Surabhi, it seems, sir. She's trying to restart it again and maybe she will join.
Hello?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can hear you. Okay. So let's start with a like project setup. Okay. So the first project you are working on a sales model, no? That if you double click on that first project, right, we have some scenarios there. Okay. So here some scenarios are available, right? So I don't want to touch that. So what I did is that the same file I just copied once and pasted it as a first project dashboard. Okay. In here, I'm just opening this file, the same file, but I will delete the scenarios from that and I will start building up the different visualizations there.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so I will just delete everything. Okay, so let me see this file. So to design the first of all thing is right on a dashboard. The main thing is the background. Like we need to give a background and all these things, right? So how to give a background? So if you have on a small like blank page, you can go to the format of this report. Then there is an option called canvas background. Okay, so here if you give any color, let's take any different colors, then that will be your background. But it is not coming because of the transparency. If you make it transparent as a 0%, then automatically that background will be your background of your screen. Okay, so this is normal colors. You can do any colors here. That will be your background. But here the point is, I want to give certain things. I will create a background from outside and I will paste or I will select it because there is an option here to select any images which you can upload. Okay, so basically the main stuff is that this is a folder which I created. There is a PPT file, PowerPoint file is there. Let's open that. So these are the backgrounds you can create in PowerPoint as well. So you have you worked on PowerPoint before?
No, sir. I didn't do anything.
Okay. So just like simple steps only. Let me create a new one. So here suppose this is a PowerPoint file, right? Let's
Mm.
delete this. So here suppose this is a background. So you want to give one background first of all. So right click on this, not like this, sorry. Say, first of all, let's design something. Okay. So click on the design. and we have some custom designs we have. Okay, so let's take a something design like this. Then this comes up, right?
Mm.
Some kind of design, right? Now you can do inserts. Inserts you have a shapes and everything. So shape, suppose we're
Okay.
taking this. So this is one kind of requirement. So this is the KPIs we want to follow up here. So in this way only, I have just created this all things. Okay, these are all
Okay.
shapes. These are all shapes. All shapes. This is all shapes only. Okay, and these icons are, these are the icons, small icons I have. This
Even the
icon you can get.
icons are available in this PowerPoint, sir?
No, icons you will get it from one site. It is
Okay.
called your logomaker.com. This one.
Okay.
Logomakr, not KER. Okay. You can
Okay,
click on this, start my design,
sir. Okay.
and you can just create any kind of design. Okay. And you can search. There are so many icons are available here. Okay. So suppose let's
Okay.
take, I want to create a filter icon. So just search for filter, and we have a number of options in the filters itself. Okay.
Okay.
So then we can select anything. Let's select, I'm selecting this one, then just size it, how much size you want. And you can do a color for this. Okay. Then
Mm.
finally save this file. In the saving, there are two ways to save it. One is the highest resolution and another low resolution. High resolution, you need the license. And in organization level, that there could be some license. But when you are working personal, don't go for the high resolution because it requires the license. But there is an option called download the low resolution PNG file. Okay, that is free. Click on that and accept it. Download. Simple. Okay.
Okay,
Then
sir.
if you open that, same thing. This will be downloaded. Now this can be used in PowerPoint, just like insert images. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So the
So,
basic thing is this.
yeah, I have one question, Samir here. So, do I mean like this kind of customization can't we make it in Power BI directly?
How we can do that? We can do that as well. But in Power BI, in the sense like here you are saying, yes, we can do that.
Ah,
There are
yeah.
some shapes are available here. So, but it's better to do it outside. What my suggestion would be. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here are some limited choices we have, like very less shapes will be available. There will no much available, but just to do better here only. That will be better and
Okay.
export it.
Okay.
Okay. And then finally, suppose this page we design, and this page I want to put it as a background for this page, right? So what I can do, I can just snip this. Snip, you know, right? Snip. I can just click on the new. I can just snip it exactly the same. Okay. Then this is your snippet. Save this file as an image. Okay. Then you can use it. Just already I snipped it already. So let me show you the snip. So this is the snip. Just now I did it for some time. This is the snip which I will use inside my visualization. Okay, this is the snip. Okay, so how to use it now? Let's see. So I'll just select what you call the page. Instead of doing the colors and everything, I will click on no colors, hit color, and click on the image, transparency 100%, image. Click on this image. Then you go to the dashboard and select the images which you created, background. And to get that images into the Power BI, we need to select the image bit as fit. So it will fit to the border. Okay, click on the fit and transparency should be 0% so that all your images will come here directly. Okay, making sense? Is what is clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now
Yes, sir.
on top of, yeah, I will show you basic design. You can put your thoughts there. It is not like what I am doing that is final. Designing can be your thoughts only. How to design and all. Okay. Or if you are working on a organization, they have a certain design principles that you need to follow. Like this color, that color, all these things. So based on that, you need to design. As we are doing for a personal dashboards and all, you can do whatever you want. Okay. So now in this case, on top of this, okay, I want to show some KPIs. Like here I want to say the net sales, gross sales. Here I want to say something like that. There are five areas are available, right? On the five, I want to display some KPIs. Whenever there is a KPI comes up in Power BI, or you want to showcase something like one value, then the best visualization to use is called the card. Okay, so let's take a card here, and first of all, you need to resize properly because so that it will fit inside this. So that is the objective. And it should fit here like this. Then I will put inside that my net sales. Okay, size and all we'll see just now in one go. We'll see. Now select it, Control C, Control V. So we'll get one more visualization. Just drag it and put it here. Okay. Now Control C, Control V here. Then I will change it. Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. So the five visualization is done. Now under the second one, select it, remove the net sales and put gross sales. Okay. Third one, you can check anything. Okay. It's not like, let me put mine here, something like what is orders count. Okay. So let's check average unit cost, average unit price. Okay. And here I want to show the target sales. Right. Now it is done. Now let's try to do the formatting steps here. Once we'll do it. No worries. Let's do one more visualization here on this area. Okay. I want to showcase your net sales over time, like how your net sales is going through different years, month, quarter, all these things. Hmm? So for that, I have two choices. Suppose you have to compare any kind of measures over the time, then either you could use the line chart, this area, the line, area, stacked, all these things. Anything is possible. In this case, let's take an area chart here. Let's take an area chart here. Put it somewhere here. This much. Okay. Here I will take my date hierarchy completely. I will get year, quarter, and month. I don't want quarter. Let's go by year, month, and day. Then finally, I will put it my net sales so that I will get some kind of area chart here. Okay, making sense? This is
Okay.
okay.
I mean,
So
like,
now I'm
so I have one doubt here. So net sales you have selected in the y-axis, right? The
Hmm.
same way, like all the facts should go into the y-axis.
Correct. Correct. That's correct. The x-axis should be the dimension, and the
Okay.
y-axis should be the measures. That's correct. And there is a secondary y-axis also there. Suppose you want to represent one more axis, that also you can put it. Okay. Now on this area, I want to compare a bar chart here. This is my thought. I'm putting it. That's the way you thought it. Okay. So once you done your power, so you once you have the data, you done your Power Query transformation, then you design the relationship, then you design your measures, everything. And finally, this is the time you should put your story. So now the question would be like, these are the charts, who will decide? Hmm? So if the customer or your client is decided that, okay, these are the things I want on my dashboard, you are good. That no need to put your brain there. Okay, follow the principle. And suppose in one cases that let's say the client has not given any requirement that what sort of chart or what sort of visualization he wants to see. Then based on your suggestion, based on your thought, you just create something and give it to him. In the sense, just to have a review with the customer and take your inputs from there. Like this is correct or that is not correct or whatever may be. Based on that, you can do the final project. Making sense? This 2 point.
Yeah.
Now, in this case, this area, suppose this area, I want to create a some kind of clustered bar chart. Let's say I want to put a bar chart here. So here I want to put a bar chart. Okay, I'll just put it here back. Something like here I want to put my product category, and from the category I want to drill down to the subcategory also. So whenever you click on the sorry, where what happened? Okay, from the category I want to drill down. So if you click on the category, it will go to the subcategory, something like that. Okay, and based on that I want to compare my net sales. Okay, and this is one report we created. Okay, now these are the two reports I have just set up here. So this area, let's go with a comparison kind of report, like something like let's take region wise net sales. Okay, how many each region have the net sales available. So for that you can do a bar chart, column chart, all these things, but I will go another chart that is called the donuts. Okay, let's create the donuts here and squeeze back. Okay, here I will put in the legend, I will put my region. Okay, and on the values I will put my net sales, so that we will get some kind of donuts. We'll do formatting, don't worry. And finally, this area I want to put it as a map. Okay, so just click on the map here to just fit into this, and I will create here the state wise, put the state here, and I will put my correct. So state wise we got it, and net sales I will put it in the bubble size, in the sense whichever the circles are big, that have a very much sales is available. Okay, so like that we created something. Okay, let me just switch back, this is also okay. So now we have done all these things. Now next part is to do the formatting. Okay, so the formatting can be done in three different ways. Okay, the first way is that suppose you want to format this report, because this is looking very ugly, right? It's not looking good. So basically, if you click on this report, So each and every report, whenever you are selecting, there are three parts. Okay. First is the visualization. Second part is the formatting. So this format option, if you click on that, there are some, for each and every report, the formatting will change. Options will be changed. Okay. So if you are selecting card, if you are selecting others, depends upon the visualization, your format options will be changed. Okay. So let's take for this visualization. The first way to do it is that suppose these values are coming now very big, like dollar 2 million, right? Very big. Okay. So how can we change that? There is an option called for the card. There is a called call out value. Okay. If you click on the call out value, the size is very big, 45 right now, the font style. So if you want to change it, let's change it to 14. Now this way we can do it. Okay. Even we can choose the font style also. Suppose you want to do something kind of fancy stuff. This is one. If you can do a bold, you can do it. Okay. Now, what is category level? Category level is something like the measure which you are putting it in this case. It is net sales. That's what. If you do the formatting to this category level, then the net sales which is coming there, that will be getting counted. Okay. So if I change it the size, then my net sales will increase rather than the value. So this is about your call out value and category level. Making sense?
Yeah.
Okay. But this is the first way. For each and every visualization we will go. But there is a very simple way or very convenient way to do that. Okay. How I'll do it? I will go to the view. Okay. Click on this and I will click on the customize current theme. Okay. And click on the text. And there is an option for the text is cards and KPIs. We are doing for cards, right? All the cards. So just select something like this. Click on the cards and KPIs. At one go, you can change it here. Okay. So let's take for the cards and KPI. I have selected one font style called Sigo Y. Font size will be 14. Okay. And font color, let's make it as a very white. Okay. I make it as a white. And I will go to the visuals. Okay. And on the background, I will make 100% transparency. Okay. Now, if you do it like this and we apply it at one go, see all the things are getting changed, right? Making sense? This is how I done it.
Oh,
Hello.
this looks much better.
Yeah. So, like that, we can create, we can go to here and whatever you are doing, customize current theme, right? You can do any changes there. Okay. For the visuals, if you want to border, header, tooltip, page, everything you do just the customization. Okay. Once you've done the customization as per your requirement, there is an option available once you've done it to save the current thing. Save the current thing. Okay. So if you click on the save the current thing, it will store the file as JSON file, theme file. Okay. What will the happen? This file once you save it, no, the same formatting can goes to any other file also. Okay. In the sense, the same file formatting that contains all the formatting options you have, and you can save this file. So by doing all these things, what I showed you, I created a file already. Okay. So that we will apply now. How to apply it? So just click on this and browse for the themes. Okay. And select this file I will provide you. So this theme file and apply or open. So it will take a minute. And once you've done it, no, your visualization will be completely different. Okay, so I had done some formatting that suits this this report. Okay, making sense?
Yes, sir.
But there is some changes which I need to manually I need to do because I already changed this. Okay, so I'll check it that. So the category is 12, 18, 12, and 18. Okay, this makes sense now. Let me just delete this. Take me this one. The stat formatting was not good actually. It's not looking good. Okay, here instead of the gross sales, I'll put my net sales. Okay, this makes sense. Okay, so like that, we can do the formatting. Now, few things still we need to do the customizing because the theme file which I uploaded here is it will not take care of everything. Okay, so few things we need to take care. So here the first point first is that first of all my map it's very looking very light because I have a very dark theme and whereas my the map is showing something like very light. Okay, so what I'll do first thing first is that create this, select this map, go to the format, map settings, and instead of the style road, I will say dark. Okay, click on the dark because I have a dark theme, so I will select the dark theme as well. This looks good to me because this is somehow fit to the theme which we are working on. Okay, making sense? Any questions? No? Yes? Any questions?
No, actually. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now let's do some formatting for this report and this report. So there are some lines are coming if you see the dotted lines and few things I will do it. So here the basically on the what you call on this area chart we are giving an what you called. Let's go back a little bit. So here we are saying that this report is net sales by year and month, right? So and still you are showing the data as the display or the headlines as here you are seeing the net sales and here you are seeing the year YEAR NUTSLC. It is required. I don't think so. It is required because
Mm.
already in the title only it is mentioned that it is net sales by year and month. Okay. So how to get rid of that? Second thing is that this is there is some dotted lines available, right? That I want to just erase it from this chart. So I'll select this. I'll go to the format of this. So there is an x-axis, y-axis, secondary axis. I don't have any secondary y-axis. Just I'll put it on off here, and I will go to the x-axis. X-axis means this one. Okay. So in the x-axis, there are two things are available. One is the title, and one is the visualization. Okay. So if you don't want this January, February, March, this is coming, right? This is called the x-axis data. If you off it, that will go out. Okay, like x January, February, March, April, and May. And when you switch off the title for the x-axis, then the year will goes out. That number, the text YEAR. Hmm? So this is the difference: the title and the normal x-axis. Okay. And suppose from the y-axis, I just want to remove the title only, not the value. So I will go to y-axis and just off the title, so that I will not get my this one. Even this is also not required, because if you hover your mouse, you are getting the data. Okay, what is managed sales, what is all these things. Right? Making sense? So just remove
Mm.
the y-axis, and I think from the x-axis I need the x-axis data. This looks good to me because the month is there on the below: January, February, March, and April, and these are the that's for when I hover it. Okay, or I can do one more thing also. Let's do that. So first of all, this is done. Second is that I want this lines are there, no, that I want to remove it. So that lines are something like the grid lines. Okay, grid lines. There is a vertical grid lines is on here, so just off it so that it will be clean. Okay. Second,
Mm.
next I want to show, if you hover it, we're getting the data for the net sales, but on the top of the chart, if you want to display the value itself, so that is called the data labels. Okay, on the data labels on it, so that what will happen on the each and every point, you will get the net sales here. This is
So
making
no
more
pop-up.
sense. By seeing that, we can able to understand that, okay, for the January, this is the data, that is the data. Okay. Now, same thing, we'll do it for this guy as well. So let's go here. Okay, from
Yes,
the
anyway.
x-axis, I'll off and I remove the title. From the y-axis, I will remove the title. Okay, this is clean. Looks clean. Okay. Now, on the donuts, this is looking little bit ugly. So what I will do, first of all, go to the format of this visualization, and the legend means this one, where you are seeing all the regions, right? South, southeast, north, northeast, all these things, right? This one, I'll just put it off because I don't have more space here in this case. I'll just put it off. In the detail level, okay, and even I can choose the color for the slices. Let's do that. Okay, so there are some default colors applied for each and every region. Okay, so I will just change it. For the southeast, I want to take a color of this. Okay, and for the south, let's take any darker color. Yes, not this one. Something like, yes. And for the northeast, let's take any other colors. Yes. And for the north, yes. And for the center west, on the blue side. Okay. This the color we can change it as well. Okay, based on your requirement. And the detail labels, there are some options. So we have positions. Suppose this 64.27% is all these things, right? We can put it inside as well. Inside means it will go inside to the chart. Okay. But in this case, let's put it outside only. And if you want to put only the data, only the percentage, and only the things are there, that is also possible. So let's take, I just want to see the percentage of the total. So this will be looks like this, the percentage of total. Am I going fast or is it okay?
Mm. Okay, sir, no problem. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the way you can design this. How much time it will take? If your design is okay, if the things are placed properly, no, it will not take much time to design. Now this page we can showcase to the customer and take the feedback from there. Then based on that we can create something. Okay. Now let's switch on to some other things. What are the options I have in Power BI? So one option I have in this sense, suppose I am hovering off this, right? I am getting something like 2013 February, then this is my net sales. So this option, this information is called what, whenever you are hovering off any chart and you are getting some information, that name is called what, in the visualization level. What is that called? Any idea?
Tooltip information or like
Correct. There's a tooltip information. Correct. So whenever you are hovering off and anything you are getting, that is called your tooltip information. That's correct. So right now, when you are hovering up, you are getting only the month, year, and your net sales. That's it. You are getting it in this case. Okay. So suppose I want to showcase the gross sales as well, or some other measures also in the tooltip. So what I'll do, I'll select this visualization.
mm,
Okay. On the first only the build visuals, there is an option called
this.
tooltips. There is an option called tooltips. So there just placed one more measure here, gross
Mm,
sales. Okay. Now if you hover it now, then it will show you your net sales and the gross sales for the particular month. Okay. This is fine. We can do any number of measures here. But I will show you another way. Just remove this. This is one way. Second way is that when you hover up this one, right, I want another report itself, okay, which will show you as a tooltip report, which will show something, and I want to create a tooltip report there. Okay, let's see how to create a tooltip report here in this case. So first of all, let's create a tooltip report. So tooltip report will be always it will be a separate report. So I will just create another page. Let me rename this page first. Rename, I'm doing it as sales. Okay. And the next page I'm creating up that I'm renaming as, let's take tooltip. Tooltip, whenever you are working on tooltip, this much a big report it should not be. It should be very small, tiny report because I want to just put it here. When I'm hovering up, another report will come. So that should not be very big. Okay. It should be very small. Okay. So how to create a tooltip report? First of all, when you are creating a tooltip report, before to that, on the blank report, go to the format of the report page. Okay. And on the page, on the canvas settings, okay, there is a type. So normal size is this file. I'm sorry. The normal size which you are working on, that is 16 into 9 size always. So, but there is another size is there that is called as dedicated to tooltip. So I will select the tooltip, type as a tooltip. So if you select it, automatically the size will be this much only. Okay, this much only. This was fine. This visualization will be good to fit into that visualization so that I can create some visualization here. Okay, now let's do some formatting. So let's give a background first on this one. Canvas background. Let's take. I will taking a blue color here, and I will take transparency as 100%. So I'll get some background here. Okay. Now I'll just create a simple tooltip report now, and I'll show you how to incorporate into that report. So let's drag something very simple. Okay. So I showed you that whenever there is a single KPIs, we took these are as a card, normal card. Okay. So same thing. Suppose you want to display some multiple information of different KPIs, then there is another option we have that is called the multi-row card. Okay. This is single row. This is multi-row. Okay. Now click on the multi-row card here. Okay. And here I will put my net sales. Okay. Then I put my gross sales. So I'll put my cost of sales. I'll put my average unit price. Whatever you want. Okay. It will just create a basic report kind of stuff. Okay. Now just Done it. Now this report is ready. Now this report I want to click on here. When I'm moving on to here, I want to showcase this report at all. So this is another report page itself. Okay. And one more thing, when you are creating this tooltip report, one thing just see that on the report settings, right? The page information, this should be activated. Okay. It will be automatically activated, but check always that this report allow use as a tooltip. If you off this report, right, off this option, this report can be used as a tooltip report to another report. Okay, so fine. Now I will go to my sales report and select this. Now I want to incorporate this report here. How I will do it? I will go to the formats of this report, generals. Okay, then there is an option called tooltips here in this case. Okay, and in this case I have the option to select a report page as tooltip. We just created a page, right? That is called tooltip. So I am selecting the report page and I'll select my tooltip, the page name. Okay, now let's see, when you hover here, you will get that report itself which you created. Okay, making sense? This is
Yes, sir.
okay. Now, and this report always should be, so when after that I will show you after creation of this dashboard, when we will available to the customer, right? The customer should not see this report. So he can land on this report only, but he should not see this report because this is not the report which customer should show. This is just a on-demand report, right? This was incorporated here already. Okay. So whenever this tooltip page is created, this is an on-demand page. So for that, always do a hide page. So this would be hidden. So when you are publishing to the Power BI service after this, this page should be hidden. The customer should not see this. This is only he can see here itself. Only developer can see this. Whenever he is coming to the Power BI desktop, then only he can see this. Okay. Okay. Now let's do a proper tooltip report. This is fine that I have put it all the my measures, but here what I will do on this part, I will not show anything. I will show only the net sales and my target sales because we are working on the target and net sales, right? Then I will switch little bit this report like this. Then I will create a, I will compare that target rate in the sense how much I was having the target and how much I have achieved through my net sales. Okay, so that rate comparison I want to just do it. Okay, so what I will do, I will just create a new measure here. So I will say target rate, that is divide, okay, target sales by my net sales. So just to compare the rate or the percentage, how much percentage I have achieved. So let's do a percentage here and let's make it as a 1%. Okay. Okay. Now here I want to represent some chart. Okay. So like percentage comparison based on the net sales and target sales, whether I have achieved or not achieved all these things, right? So for that, there is a very good visualizations we have in the Power BI that is called the gauge. Okay, the gauge is something like a speedometer kind of things, like if you see in your vehicles, right? So there is a speedometer, right? 100, 200, 250. And there is a cross mark also, like if you are not, if you are beyond 100, there is a speed limit cross, there is just some red color mark will be there, remember? Hello.
Yeah.
So the same kind of report is called the gauge. Okay, gauge chart. Let's click on the gauge here and place it here. Okay, here I want to compare my target sales rate. Then put in the value. Automatically we will get something here like this. Okay, so overall we have achieved in our company right now, which we are working on the visualization, we have achieved around 98.5%. So we are very good. Okay, so what was the overall target for us? We have achieved almost 98.5% out of that. Okay, but I will do some customization to this. Let's click on this, go to the format. Okay, and first of all I want to change the color for this. Target color is this. Where is the color is coming? Gauge axis. Okay, so minimum is 0, maximum is 100. So we want to be from the, we want to achieve completely 100%. But overall if you compare that, suppose if I am able to achieve sorry, sorry, let me sip some water. Okay, so if I am able to achieve 70% of the target, 70%. So it is not like 100% you need to achieve. So 70% suppose you want to achieve it, then we are good in a good state. That's let's take the business took the decision and that 70% is there. So that time your target should be this area. It will be 70%. So it will be 0.7%. So the target here, one mark will come as a 70%. If it is beyond, before what do you call, before 70%, then you are not able to achieve the target, and after 70% you are good. So this is the mark you are giving it here in this case. Okay, making sense? This is
Yes, sir.
okay. But I need to change the color. I don't know why the color is something like this. Yeah, let me get a white. This looks good, or different color actually. Let's go with this color. This looks good. So we are overall achieved 98.5%, and target was my 70%. So we are beyond more than that. Okay. Okay. Now let's go to your visualization. Now see the difference here. So let's take for the March. Okay. For the January or for the February. This is my February. If I hover up February, I have achieved 21.6% only for the February. So this is target we have not achieved properly in this case. Okay. Now here in this case it is more than that. Okay. Here also it is more than that. So this kind of visualization will help you to analyze more on the rate part. Something like this. Interesting? Is this interesting? Sorry.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. And what else? Okay.
Like, Samira, I have one question. In real
Go
time,
ahead.
every time we need to, I mean, like, do we need to show the reports to customer? Like,
Means I'm
anything.
not getting.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
you are saying that, right? Like, we need to show the reports to customer whether he is satisfied or not. So that means,
Correct. So once means
um,
that we have three kinds of stuffs will be there. One is the development phase, okay, where
mhm,
you will develop your reports based on your requirement, whatever you have the requirement. Based on that, we'll create it. Okay,
mhm, mhm,
and first of all, before going to the customer, you should have a discussion internally first. Okay? Suppose you are a junior member or any senior
mhm,
member you have on your team, just have a review with him first. Okay? Take
mhm,
some suggestion out of that. Like these are the things I have created. Then once we are okay with that, Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then actually we will move it to the UAT. UAT is called the user acceptance test.
Yeah.
That time some business users will come. There are technical peoples. Okay, they know Power BI, they know how to use it. Okay? They
Mm-hmm.
will test the report. Okay, test
Mm-hmm.
the report in two ways. First way is the look and feel.
Mm-hmm.
Second is the data. Because if I ask you, this is 2 million. Suppose in your real time you put it in net sales, it is coming 15 millions. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we as a developer or as an analyst, we don't know whether that amount is correct or not because we don't know the business more, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they know the business more for you. Okay, so they can tell you that okay, this amount is wrong or this data is wrong. They can give you a very good feedback on that part. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so they will do two kind of testing. First is the data testing, second is the look and feel testing. So based on that it will goes on for the UAT. Okay, UAT
Mm-hmm.
will goes on depend upon your issues, how many issues they are finding out, and
Mm-hmm.
once you find the issues you need to fix it immediately. Okay,
Yeah.
you need to fix it again, ask them to validate, confirmation, done, one issue is done. Like that, second issue, third issue, once you done everything, this issue is finalized, everything they are satisfied, look
Mm-hmm.
and feel data wise everything finalized, then they will give a approval. That is called the UAT approval, user acceptance test, that they have
Mm-hmm.
tested properly.
Mm-hmm.
Done. Now, after that, we need to move it to production. So that will be the live for everybody. Like
Okay.
within that team, apart from the business customer, it will be available for all the customers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I mean, like
that's the way it
requirements
works.
gathering and all, we should write. We have to do. I mean, the
No,
gathering
no,
of
no,
requirements.
no, 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 no. That will be a business analyst will be there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You will not, unless until you have that much of exposure to understand the requirement, then you can. Otherwise, less chances, very less chances. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And
Thanks.
one more thing is, if you are working on a, there could be another chance that you could be working on the migration project. Migration project in the sense, so some old tools will be there, right? So there is a OAC, there is a Cognos, all these things you know the name.
No,
Have you heard about the names? No?
no, I don't
Okay. So there are some old kind of reports are there, like very old tools. There is a Oracle applications. Then there is a IBM Cognos. Okay, sometimes what happens, those reports are some companies still they are using it. Okay, now finally they want to migrate to Power BI. Okay,
know.
that
Mm-hmm.
time your job is to understand the Cognos model completely, how they build it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the complete structure, the same we need to replicate in this case. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
same data model, same everything needs to be same here. That time it is a very big challenge. Okay, I'll say because you know the tools wise, right? Tools have some limitations also. Okay, because you are working on a tool,
Mm-hmm.
there are certain limitations also will be there with that. So that suppose one functionality is available in Cognos, the same is not available in Power BI. And Power BI have some other functionality also, but we need to match it up. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
that's a kind it's a good challenge. So
Okay.
it's a good
I
thing. So
mean, well,
recently,
from that
uh-huh,
we need
what?
to get the data. Based on that data, we need to prepare the reports in Power
Model
BI.
completely, not data, complete model.
Okay.
We can't take the model from there and we can use in Power BI. No, we need to start from scratch. So how the model got designed there, same we
Mm-hmm.
need to follow up here in Power BI, and that is a good challenge actually, very good challenge. And it will be hard, little bit hard. Okay, and I can say nowadays um, you will get that kind of requirement when you go to the Power BI. 60 to 70% you will get all this kind of stuff because most of the tools they are migrating to Power BI. Okay, so wherever they are, and maybe they're on the SAP business object. You remember? I don't think so. You don't know the names. So there is another report called business object, Cognos, OAC. Okay, so these are the few things, the legacy reports I can say. From there, we are migrating to here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so. Just be aware of that. That could be one of the scenario for you as well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, next thing is that suppose I want to put a slicer here. I want to put a filter. Hmm? I will put a filter. For the filter, you know that I can use the slicer, right? I can use a slicer. Let's take a slicer here in this case. Top, let's put it. Okay, and I want to take a slicer called month name. Okay, right now the month name are something is coming. So instead of that, click on this settings or the format for the visualization. There is an option called slicer settings. In that, instead of going the vertical list, I want a drop down. I'll click the drop down. So what will happen is now I will get some drop down in this case. Okay, and if you click on the drop down, you will get January, February, March, April, May, June, and July. Okay, let's do some basic customization for a filter, which always you should do it. The first thing first is that when I'm selecting a month, I'm selecting the January. I am getting everything here in January. That is fine. But suppose I want to select multiple months here. So if I directly click on this, it will not work. That's the default behavior of the slicer. So if I click on the control, then select January, then control, control, then I can select multi-select. That's the default. That you don't want to give it because customer they don't know, right? How whether you will tell them ask to select the control and select it all tables, right? So for that, what I need to do is that first thing first, I will go to the slicer setting here, okay, and click on the selection. There is an option called selection. There is an option called multi-select with control that is always activated. So just off this. So multi-select without control. Now off this. Now we can select without the control. This is quite good. Okay, clear the first point? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Second point is suppose you want to select all the months at one go, January to December. I need to right now I need to do it manually. One, two, three. So let's just imagine you have more than some values, like 300 values I have. It is very hard to select everything, right? At one go. This
Yeah.
is like manual effort, right? So for that, what I will do, I have an option here on the same selection. I can select the select all. I'll just on it. What will happen now? If you just drop down, you will get an option called select all. Okay. So now if you click on the select all, it will automatically select everything. Okay. And if you deselect, it will deselect everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the two options always you should give it without control selection and select all. And third thing is very important. Suppose this is also is like suppose uh, let me try to explain you something. Suppose you have another slicer here. No, in this same slicer only. Think like this is a data of different state. Okay, so I have more than so many states are available, and I have a list of states like EL, BL, something like that. The state names I want to search it. So I don't have an option to search. I can select all, but out of that also, suppose I want to select few things, only two, three selection I want to do it out of the 360 or 350, whatever list I have. The search is also not available. So for that, what I need to do is that just click on this and click on the three dots of the visualization. Then there will be an option will come up that is called the search. Okay, click on the search. Now what will happen? If you click on this drop down, then there will a select all will come and another search option also will come. Okay, so if you write it now, Jan, and enter, you can select anything based on the Jan. Okay, this will be really helpful. Okay, this is called your search. Okay, making sense?
Yeah.
Got it? Okay, so now just do like this. So I will take a month here, Control C, Control V, and I will put year. Anyway, I have a year of only 1000, but here you can have the select all, everything will come up. Only thing will not there is the search. Okay, right now in Power BI there is a limitations. Maybe it will come in the next future releases, that in case of the string data, okay, only in case of the string data, only you have the search, not in case of the numbers. Okay, that is the only limitation right now we have. Make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now let's take, you have another page. Suppose I'm not creating this page, just I'm renaming this page. Let's take, this is year over year. Okay, Y over. Now from the sales only, on this page, I want to navigate to the Y page. One way it is, you can go from directly click and click, you can go there. But one functionality I want to give to the customer, that some kind of buttons, some kind of stops I want to give it in this page only, so that it will navigate to the YO page, the page navigation I can say for that. So for that, I have a couple of options I have in Power BI. Okay. So the first option is click on the insert. Okay. Then there are some buttons are available. Okay. Or you can take some shapes to create actions. So let's go a button first. Click on the buttons and let's take right arrow. Okay. Click on the right arrow and I will say just put it here somewhere. Let's take, and this is, I will click, when I will click on this, it will go to the YO page. How do I do it? Select this button, click on the actions. Okay, action available on this properties on, and what kind of navigation you want to do it? We want to do navigation as page navigation. I'll show you what is bookmark, what is drill through later, but right now the navigation should be the page navigation, and I will select the destination as YOY. Okay. Fine. Now always remember, when you are working on a Power BI desktop and who want to click on certain things, you want to navigate, then you need to select the control and click. Okay. Whereas when you move this report to the Power BI service to the customer, that will be single click only, but not in case of the Power BI desktop. So if you want to move into, just press the control, then click. It will go to the YY page. Okay. And from here, suppose you want to back again to the sales page. So click on the insert button, and I have a button called back. So now if you click on this back button, automatically it will go to the, again to the sales page. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is one way to do it. Let me remove this. I don't like this way. Second way is to do that is click on the button, click the blank button. Okay. Click on the blank, and you can put some text here. This is a blank. Looks like a button, and go to the style of this property, text on, and put YOY. So page name itself. Okay, and you can do formatting, everything you can do it. Now on this one, click on the actions, same thing. Click on the page navigation, and Okay, now if we click on this button now, it will go to the Viva. So this is, I think, is a good way. Instead of giving a arrow kind of symbols and all, better to give the page name itself only through a blank button. Okay, making sense?
Yeah. Yes.
This is the second way. Third way is to that I can insert some images. Images in the sense just like the icons, and from the icon only I can move it to the page. Let's do that. So I have insert images. I have some couple of images which are downloaded just now. You showed the logo maker, right? From there only I didn't downloaded it. That this I will give it to you in the GitHub. I will give it. You can use it if you want. And I will select some images from this. Okay. Now I will just do some sizing and I will place it here. Okay. Fine. This image. Now this image I want to use as a navigation. So I will click on the actions on page navigation. Same. So these are the three options available through the normal buttons, blank button, and through the images. Okay, whichever is possible, we can use in this case. So in this case, I will go with the images only. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Any doubt up to now?
These are basic graphs, basic visualization.
Sorry.
To like these three fours are basic graphs we have to use, or it's just like the others, because we have many graphs over here.
But it's
But these,
fine. Based on your requirement, you can use it. It's not like everything we can use it one go.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, it's clear, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. Then I think I need to stop it here for today. I have
Mhm.
another class for you on this, all these things. There are a couple of options I will show you,
Mhm.
maybe tomorrow. And tomorrow we have a class, right?
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow I'll done that. Then on what about that? I think Sunday next, right? Next class will be on your Sunday after tomorrow. I'm saying. I think another two classes will be there for the Power BI. I think we'll be finish it up. And after that, what do you want to start?
What is next, sir? What the
No, I'm saying we have a plan for, in the sense, SQL,
I
Power BI, then
think
Python. Yeah, Python. Yes, Python. Then
And
the Azure
Azure.
Data Factory.
Mm.
Azure? Okay.
Not Azure, Azure Data Factory. Azure is a very vast thing.
What is that, sir? Azure Data Factory? Is that
It's a ETL tool,
okay?
data loading. Okay, so
Mhm.
that's it. Two classes will be done with the Power BI. Then we can start with the Python. Okay,
okay
we
for
are
Python.
almost.
Okay, you can carry on, sir.
No, nothing. Nothing. Go ahead.
So, I mean, for Python, you're going to take like 1 more week, sir. I mean, last time you said
Yeah.
like that. I mean,
Python 1 week and ADF is some almost like 1 week to 10 days. Then we will be done.
okay.
Most probably
Oh,
end of this month or maximum to maximum another week. That's it. So how many weeks you have in this month now? I think 2 weeks. No, two, 1 week. This is 3 weeks almost. I think within 3 weeks we'll be finished, or maximum another 2 3 days for the doubts. That's it. We'll be done.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
And sir, I have a doubt. And after all these classes are over, uh, all these go-to-meeting recording will be available for us, sir?
And that you need to check with the Pavan and all, because I think they are uploading into any channel. I think so. I don't know.
Yes, sir. So we
No,
can
they
download
are
in
just
our
keep
system.
recording.
Yeah, just check it out that channel, and daily I'm giving the videos, so they are uploading there. So I think we can get it from there.
Yeah, they are
But
uploading
see,
go-to.
videos are, I will tell you more from my experience, don't rely on the videos more. Okay? Because if you rely on the video, you will not learn anything. So just
Okay.
take it your day. Go ahead, anything.
Then how, I mean, now you are there, that's why what you are saying, we are doing that. I mean, we are getting little bit of knowing things. I mean, after this class, how do we know? I mean, how do we practice? Where do we get the
Then
data?
how, now how you will do in your job once you get into job, how you will do it? Just
Yeah,
think like
okay.
that.
I mean, we
Is there
need some
anybody all
for that, right?
anybody always will be there? No, anybody will be there for you to everybody each and every time for a help? No, right?
Yeah.
In a real time, they will judge you that, right? How you are contributing, all right?
Yes.
It is not like every time we, and suppose, and mind my words, okay? When you are
Mhm.
going to a company and you think that there is a like good guy, senior guy is there, and not ask everything each and every time the questions to him, how to do this, how to do that. That is a wrong impression. Okay? Don't do like that. Do it your own first. You have a liberty means no need to ask, like, okay, this is a class, it is fine. But in a real, we should not ask, because that is a wrong impression it will go. Okay? Always. Remember
Okay.
this point.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Chalo. Bye.
Yeah. Bye,
Yeah,
sir. Thank you.
I have one more question, Samir. So how
Go ahead.
the, I mean, like, the Power BI developer, the roles, like, I mean, like,
Mhm.
whatever we discussed so far, right? I mean, transformation data, and once we
Everything. Everything. Transformation, designing,
first it starts with the
model.
transformation. Before that, we have any, I mean, kind of participation?
Transformation part could be maybe once in a while it can be avoided, because if you are connecting to any kind of database, right, as
Yeah,
a
yeah.
source, like let's
Mm,
take to SQL Server, Snowflake, then that time that part can be avoided because that is not required that time. Okay,
mm,
but your modeling in your DAX, that is required, and finally the design.
mm.
These three parts is required.
Okay, that user acceptance and all, right? For that,
Correct.
it includes in that, after, I mean, like, this visualization. So
Correct.
next step is
And
user acceptance. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm telling very frankly, nowadays you will get 60 to 70% project of migration projects. I'm very frankly telling. Okay, now in the market, migration I told you that is come from a certain other reports. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
that could be any Excel report also. Suppose somebody is creating Excel dashboard, Excel reports.
Mm,
From there, you need to migrate to Power BI. Okay. Or suppose they created a business object, SAP business object report, then you want to migrate to Power BI. Okay. So that is little bit challenging. Okay. So you need to understand that model first. Then you
mm,
need to understand this model. Okay. In this case, there could be chance that you don't have experience in the BO, business object. That is fine. That is fine. But you have experience on Power BI. So somebody
mm,
will be there to help you to understand the business object. But he will just help you. It's not like every time we will go there and ask, like, what is this? So we need to think on that perspective. Okay. Try to
Mhm.
understand yourself first. That is, I always prefer. Don't
Mhm.
ask questions before you try. Okay. If you try something, you will have the doubt. If you ask this question, your senior also will think like, okay, yeah, he done something, he's asking some questions. Yeah,
Yeah.
making sense. This, yeah. So do like that always. Okay. Chalo.
Okay.
Bye then.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And